The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set, hut, on the bench. Defense wins championships, baby.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Coming. Go. Let's go. Shut up.
This time Haskins will look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
Hey, watch it.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. Set. 60 out. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
They go play action now. Haskins. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 25 yards that time.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Wait. Hey, hold on. 98's the mic. Hey, pick it up. Let's go. Tighten up. Share. Neil. Check 43. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Right. He's down right here. Down on the right. Four down. Check. Lucky. Hard.
This is Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Stay at home. Mike 20, Mike 2.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Blue draw quarter.
Here's Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched?
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Steelers take over. Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Look at me. Score. Now.
Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check, check. Press down, press down, press down. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Pick that, pick that. Gone, gone.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action with Haskins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
15 yards. And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Haskins will throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Flush to his right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. from midfield now. Haskins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And the Steeler first down.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 51. Hey, watch your leg. Ready.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28.
Well, normally on a 3rd down play, I'm not a huge proponent of play action, but when you run it as effectively as we've seen them do in this game, yeah, it sets it up pretty well.
And particularly on this drive, they've been great running the ball. Good setup. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Tackle. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Pilot, 64. Weak. Jump, dive.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, baby.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Raheem Mostert. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Watch the safety creep. 66. Pull it. Half. Heavy. Check 99. Watch the ship.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Steelers make it for first and 10. Let's go! Their own 39-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Ready, ready. 51. We got it, we got it. Hey, orbit. Lead river.
Off play action, it's Minshew. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
17 yards.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Tight dog. Hey, alert 3. Hatch it. Hard.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Check nickel. Kill. Check 15. Hey, lock it. Big gas. Ready.
Minshew sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On first down, Barkley. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley, 56 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check the back, check the back.
Go on.
Sponge. No.
Hey. Hustle, get it.
Now Mostert. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
It's 2nd down.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey, Sam on.
He's checking.
There's Mostert. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
60 Pittsburgh.